Okay, let's just cut right to it. I want to talk about that fire inside you. You know the one I mean. You were born with it. It's that raw ambition, that little voice telling you that you're meant for something more. And let's be honest, for most of your life, the world has probably been telling you to put that fire out.
And look, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, that's a nice little quote. But it's not. This isn't just some feel-good phrase. This is the truth about your potential. Think about it. An average life, just getting by, staying in the middle of the road. That's not what you were designed for. No way. You were built for impact, for purpose, for something so much more.
So, that begs the question, right? What's holding you back? I mean, it sounds like a simple question, but the answer? Well, it's almost never easy. And here's the crazy part. A lot of the things holding you back are the very things you've been taught are supposed to protect you.
All right, let's dive into the first big obstacle, and it's a huge one. The myth of being realistic. You know, it sounds like such good advice, doesn't it? Just be realistic, play it safe. But what if I told you that playing it safe is actually the biggest risk of all? I mean, come on, you've heard this 1,000 times, haven't you? From family, from friends, from, well, just about everyone. Be realistic. Slow down a bit. Don't push yourself so hard. And look, I get it. It comes from a good place. They're trying to protect you. But what does that advice actually do? It builds a cage around you. It traps your potential, and it starts to smother that fire we were just talking about.
And this right here perfectly sums up the choice we all face. You've got two paths. On one side, you have the realistic people. It's safe, yeah, it's comfortable, and honestly, it's kind of asleep. But on the other side, you've got the hungry people. They're the ones on fire. Let me ask you this, when has history ever been changed by someone who was realistic? Never. It was changed by people who were hungry, who saw a world that didn't exist yet and went out and built it. Realistic people just maintain the status quo. Hungry people, they build the entire future.
Okay, but here's the part nobody really wants to talk about. That hungry path, it's not glamorous. Not at all. Success is never this magical overnight thing. It's built right here, in the struggle, in the quiet moments of doubt, when you're being ignored and nobody's clapping for you. It's about finding a way to keep moving when the only thing fueling you is your own internal drive. That's the real story, the one you never see on Instagram.
So if you can't rely on the applause, if you can't wait for somebody else to tell you you're doing great, what's left? What actually fuels that internal drive? Well, that brings us to the engine room. This is the real secret to creating unstoppable momentum.
Okay, listen up, because this right here, this is probably the single most important mindset shift you can ever make. It's the turning point. It's the exact moment you stop waiting to feel motivated and you start building discipline. This is when you stop being a passenger in your own life and you finally grab the steering wheel.
Here's a great way to think about it. Motivation? It's like a spark, a firework. It's awesome, it's exciting, it's a beautiful burst of light, but it's temporary, and it only shows up when it feels like it. Discipline, though, that's the engine. It might not be as flashy, but it is consistent. It's reliable. It's what you build day in and day out that keeps you moving long after those fireworks have fizzled out. The engine works whether you feel like it or not.
Now, that engine, discipline, it has one huge enemy, and it's sneaky. It disguises itself as a promise, the promise of tomorrow. Oh, that's such a seductive idea, isn't it? The idea that the future you will have more energy, or more time, or just more motivation. But you know what? It's a lie. It's a trap, and it's designed to keep you stuck right where you are today.
Seriously, just let that sink in for a second. Read that again. Most dreams don't die because of failure. No, they die because of the failure to even start. They just quietly fade away in that endless cycle of, I'll do it tomorrow. A tomorrow that, let's be real, never really comes. So I have to ask you, how many of your dreams are currently parked, just waiting for tomorrow?
Okay, so we've talked about the what, we've got to build that engine of discipline. And we've talked about the when, which is right now, today. But what about the how? I mean, where does the fuel for this engine even come from? Well, you're going to find it in the very last place you'd probably think to look, inside your own pain and struggles.
This right here, this is the Champion's Toolkit. It's all about reframing the hard stuff. See, your pain, that's not a stop sign, that's fuel. It reminds you why you started this in the first place. Your failures, they aren't the end. They're just lessons, data you need for the next attempt. And your fears, they're not telling you where to run from. They're pointing you exactly where you need to grow. And that little inner voice, the one you sometimes try to ignore, that's your GPS. It already knows the way.
You just have to start trusting it.
And at the end of the day, this is why all of this, using your own experience, is so important. Because the world has enough copies. It doesn't need another one. It needs the strongest, most authentic version of you. Trying to walk in someone else's footsteps is a total disservice to your own unique potential.
All right, this is it. We've busted the myth of being realistic, we've found the engine of discipline, we've even got the toolkit to fuel it. There's only one thing left to do now.
First things first, stop doubting. Just stop it. Silence that inner critic that's always whispering, "Are you sure you can do this? Are you good enough?" The very fact that you feel that fire inside you, that hunger for more, that is all the proof you will ever need. You absolutely have what it takes. Next up, stop overthinking. Analysis paralysis is a total dream killer. You could literally spend a lifetime getting lost in all the what-ifs, trying to create the perfect plan for some perfect scenario that's never, ever going to happen. You know what the only cure for overthinking is? Action.
And that's it. So instead of all the doubting, instead of the overthinking, just act. And look, it doesn't have to be some giant, earth-shattering leap. Just take one small step. Make one tiny decision that moves you closer to your goal. That whole massive journey you're dreaming of, it all begins with one single imperfect action, right now.
This right here, this needs to be your new mantra, your declaration to yourself, starting this very second. It's a commitment to your own growth, to your own journey, to your fire. So I want you to say it, and I mean really feel it. I'm not here to fit in, I'm here to rise.
And that's really the big secret when you boil it all down. Greatness isn't some genetic lottery ticket that you either get or you don't. No, it's something you create. It's the sum of all those small, consistent, disciplined decisions you make, day in and day out. So it all comes back to you. The power is right back in your hands, right where it started. Greatness is built one decision at a time. The next move, it's all yours. So what's your next decision going to be?